Welcome back again, rum lover. So what we have here today is a Wray 43 foolproof rum, guaranteed full flavor. Right, so posted a couple postings from about this rum within the last couple of days. Took it to the beach. As you can see, had a lot of drinks. But people have been asking me several questions, right? This rum, let me try to fill in some of these questions for you. The Wray and Nephew Wray's 43 foolproof rum is only available presently in the UK, United Kingdom, as you can see from this bottle back here, right? Also, it is 43%. So then people ask me, hey, what does foolproof rum mean? I am not sure. It seems to be a term that Wray and Nephew have adopted. Foolproof rum, people think overproof rum. Well, overproof rum is 63%. Foolproof rum apparently is 43%. And that is a proof that Appleton bottles are typically the 8-year, the 12-year, the 15, the 21. So I guess Wray and Nephew is going along with that trend of 43% being what foolproof is. I have never heard that term before, and maybe I gotta do some more investigation on it. David, the master blender who blended this up, maybe he could fill in. And he did do a lot of educational videos and stuff on the blend and with Wray and Nephew UK. So maybe that information is already out there. I need to do a bit more research. All right, so this is done in what does it say back here? This says Campari UK, but it doesn't say that's where it was blended. This, I think all of it is Jamaica. Yeah, distilled, blended, Kingston, Jamaica, right? So David, who is the senior master blender or the deputy blender, I honestly, now I'm getting confused on David's full title, right? But he is the blender of this rum, right? So looks exactly, the bottling looks just like the traditional Wray and Nephew bottle, but the label is completely different. You can see in the background there, two of them standing side by side, the differences between the two spirits, right? But let's get to the taste, because that is exactly why we buy rums, to drink it. I will do a follow-up video where I'm going to make some Wray and things. I'm going to do with the new 43 and with the Wray and Nephew overproof. So subscribe to make sure you don't miss the follow-up videos on the Wray and the Wray's 43, right? So pour it up in my glass here. On the nose, it smells a bit more grassy, and I'm suspecting that this is more what do you call that, fresh sugarcane or sugarcane juice than molasses, or they're really manipulating these stills to get some different flavors out of it. But it smells a bit more grassy than what you get from the traditional 63% Wray and Nephew. It's a bit more delicate, a bit more minerally. All in all, a bit more approachable, right? I'm not burning my nose because it's 20% lower than the traditional. Man, drinks like juice. All right, so I'm typically drinking, higher proof rums, so it did go down quite easy. Very light, but a persistent flavor note, similar to what I was getting on the nose. You're getting like a lightness, a grassiness, slight sweetness. It's flavorful, but again, coming from Wray and Nephew, where it's overpowering, this is very much a good, well flavor having rum, and it's not going to the sweet side, which I do like, but it doesn't go all the way to the grassy side, which I'm not the biggest fan of. And I think that is where you really have to be knowledgeable on blending, right? So when you're making up your cocktails and stuff like that, It's easy with bland rums and it's easy with sweeter flavor rums to mix with a lot of things. But when you have a rum like this that has some complexity and some grassy notes, I feel like it matches with certain things, and I think it would help with sweet drinks, make it not as sweet, right? But also it would add some complexity to drinks that aren't so sweet, right? So when you think about like a daiquiri is pretty much just lime, sugar, water, rum type thing. But with a rum like this that has a bit of that grassy complex notes, it would give you a pretty good daiquiri. So guys, make sure and tune in because I'm definitely gonna have to make a daiquiri and a Mai Tai and definitely a Ray and Ting. I already bought my Ray and Ting, so the Ray and Ting video is probably gonna come first, then maybe a Mai Tai, then maybe a daiquiri. I'm not the biggest daiquiri fan, but I'm always down for a good Mai Tai and a Ray and Ting. Guys, see you in the next one. But that is my quick synopsis of the Rays 43. Ciao.